Hi, welcome to the stream. I'm just going to wait for a few people to come in before I get started. I'm going to move over a little bit. There we go, moved over. Hey, right. Oh, hello. Things are a bit different this week. There we go. Right, just wait for a few people to come in. Let me know when you're in here, guys, and I'll get started. So things are a bit different this week. Different in the sense that there's dust flying everywhere. Whoop, bit dusty. Different in the sense that I've just set things up a little bit differently, that's all. Not that you guys will be able to tell there's much different. Actually, you might be able to tell there's something different, but we'll wait and see. Wonder if I'll get anybody come in. Come on, Jody. I know you're due to come in. Ozzy, would you stop? So this week I'm going to talk about the food at Disneyland Paris. I will be talking about the food. I'll get started any minute. Drop a comment, let me know you're here. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you're new here and you want to subscribe, please hit the subscribe button. I'm not going to stop you. So every subscriber helps, even if you don't hit the notification bell. We're gonna have to deal with this all the way through because something's happened to him, and we're gonna have to deal with this the whole way through. In fact, he's not on this side, he's on that side. Yeah, he's on that side. Still not getting anyone coming in. Usually there's people by now. Ozzy, what are you doing? Anyway, I may as well just start because I'm using these live streams as like as a means of vlogging at the moment. So yeah, this week I'm going to talk about the food at Disneyland Paris. Never get a dog. Just never get a dog. Just don't do it. Just don't get a dog. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to yourselves? Don't get a dog. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. He's actually directly behind me, barking at I don't know what. Oh, come on, people. Where are you? Jody, where are you? Right, so this week I'm going to talk about the food at Disneyland Paris. Actually, this will be only one segment of, I think... Joy's doing live streams. This will be one segment of, I think, 3 or 4 different streams / vlogs covering food at Disneyland Paris. This one is going to cover, I don't know, I think this one will probably cover table service, because there's not as many tables censored. There's not as many table service restaurants at Disneyland Paris as there are anything else. So actually buffets, there are less buffets than anything else. Hi, whoever you are, drop a comment, let me know who you are. So yeah, I think just never have a dog. Just never get a dog. Because so far this stream that I'm treating as a vlog is just been him making stupid noises for 5 minutes now. So yeah, I think today, as we're doing a food vlog, I think we'll talk about the... Actually, I was going to say, hi, Miriam! I'm so sorry about the noises he's making. Oh, Ozzy. He's led literally directly behind me. Should we do the grand reveal, Ozzy, and show why you're making a racket? He has no hair left. And he wants his ball. Right. This is not going well. This is not going well. Right. I think I'm going to talk about snacks. Enough. If it's falling in the recycling bin, it's your problem, not mine. Right. So yeah, I think I'm going to talk about the snacks. I was going to do the table service, but I think I'm going to talk about the snacks. He's still going. He's actually digging the duvet behind me. This could turn into something very weird indeed. Ozzy, hang on. I'm just going to get what he wants. What is it? What is it? Oh, seriously. What have you found? Oh. There you go. Right, he's happy now. So this week I'm talking about the food at Disneyland Paris, namely the snacks. This is going to be like a 3 or 4 week thing. 1 week is going to be like, this week is snacks, next week will be quick service, and the week after will be buffet, and then the week after will be table service. So yeah, we're going to start with the snacks. So yeah, thanks, Miriam. So yeah, snacks at Disneyland Paris. I'm going to compare them with Disney World, and the reason I'm going to do that is because, hi Rob. Rob, you literally just missed Ozzy having a complete and utter meltdown. All because he wanted a ball. And because he's got no fur anymore. He always has a meltdown when he has no fur. So yeah, this week is going to be Disneyland Paris snacks, and I'm going to compare it to the Disney World snacks because there's a lot of differences. Namely, that Disney World snacks are on a whole other level, especially compared to Disneyland Paris. This is the section where Disneyland Paris really need to catch up, and they did start making headway with their snacks in the Star Wars and Frozen festivals of 2020. However, that got cut short. We don't have a clue what the Marvel snacks would have been because we never even got that far. However, I'm going to go by snacks that are just on offer generically and snacks that are on offer for seasons. So at Disney World, you'll get like Mickey Premium bars, you'll get the ice cream cookie sandwich, you'll get cake pops, you get just the candy apples. There's so many snacks at Disney World, like literally I can't even begin. Pretzels, churros, all that lot. Disneyland Paris, yes, we have Mickey waffles. We have Stormtrooper waffles, Darth Vader waffles. We have so yeah, they have waffles. They'll either have like chocolate drizzle on the, like, have Nutella drizzle on the top, or they'll have powdered sugar, things like that. We don't have the Mickey pretzels. You can get pretzels in the Disney Village, however, they are not Mickey, and the stall isn't exactly an official Disney stall. Oh, thank you, Rob. I did see that actually. It came up on there, so thank you so much. So yeah, the pretzels, like at Disneyland Paris, they're not Mickey pretzels. They're just generic pretzels. Hi, Jody. Thank you. I thought you'd notice. I desperately was keeping it secret from you, Jody. So yeah, you can get those pretzels. Like I said, it's not a specifically Disney stand. It's just a stand that's in the Disney Village that an outside person runs. Oh my God, Jodie, are you watching on both your channels? So we don't have the Mickey pretzels. We also don't have the churros in the sense that you have them at Disney World. Like Disneyland Paris, you can get churros at Fuente del Oro in Frontierland. However, when you get them, they come in a little bag and they are really small and they're curled over. But you get about 5 or 6 of them in a bag. You don't get a dip with them, but they are covered in cinnamon sugar and they are still delicious. You can get bigger churros again from that stand in the Disney Village. That stand in the Disney Village do Mickey macarons, they do pretzels, they do churros, they do waffles, they do all sorts. They're fantastic, but they're not an official Disney. They're not official Disneyland Paris. So other snacks that we have, like we'll have French fries. So we'll have French fries, vegan like falafel bites, vegan chili, that's often a snack there. You can get Phantom Manor cake pops, candied apples. Of course, we have the popcorn and we have the popcorn buckets. Not as extravagant as at Walt Disney World, but you look just like Melanie. I can't stop staring at how amazing you are. That's why I went red. That's why I went red. I wanted like, because I used to be a redhead like years and years and years. When I worked at Disneyland Paris, this was my hair color. So yeah. So yeah, we don't have the same snacks. We have candied apples, we have popcorn. The popcorn buckets are not as extravagant as at Disneyland, as at Walt Disney World. We do have some extravagant ones, like we have a popular one is the Cinderella carriage. I have seen Oogie Boogie, but yeah, like at Christmas, when me and Jay went to Disney World in January 2019, literally like the day after New Year we got there, and you could get the Toy Story alien dressed as Santa. They don't do stuff like that. It's yeah, it's more generic, more general popcorn buckets. And the old, I don't know, Rob, you'll remember these popcorn buckets, just the round ones with the picture of the attraction on, like the Fantasmic ones that used to glow in the dark. We get stuff like that there. Or with Mickey ears on the top. Like I said, we get caramel apples, crepes. You can have your crepe with Nutella or without, and that is by far the best snack at Disneyland Paris. I don't care what anybody says, that is by far the best snack. Now, in the seasons that we often have different snacks that come in, and they're limited snacks. So like Star Wars, this year, like I say this year, last year, 2020, Star Wars had Dio macarons, and they were really big. Actually, they were a good size macaron in the shape of Dio. Obviously the round was the macaron, and then you had the chocolate topping, which was Dio, and then and they were kind of like, I think they were like a lemony sort of flavour, if I remember rightly, and they're actually really nice. This really impressed me because this is when Disneyland Paris were upping their snack game. You had eclairs. There were eclairs for the Frozen Festival and Star Wars. Olaf Cupcakes. Hi, Chris. But yeah, there were Olaf Cupcakes. There were Lightsaber Cupcakes. What else did we have? We had Chewbacca Coffee. We had I'm trying to think what other snacks we had for that season. I know we had a lot and I can't remember them. Oh, that was it. We had a chocolate mug cake. It wasn't so much a mug cake. It came in like a paper cup. It was tasty. I'm gonna give them that. It was tasty. And it was much better than what we had for the Star Wars season for 2019, when we had the famed Wookie cookie and the Yoda cake. Jodie, do you remember the Wookie cookie and the Yoda cake? Because let's face it, that looked nothing like Chewbacca. It looked like a 5-year-old had put this thing together, and it had been left in the oven for like half an hour too long. And it tasted like it had been left in the oven for half an hour too long as well. It was inedible, and that was generally the level of snacks that Disneyland Paris were on until 2020, when they decided to up their snack game. The Yoda cake, it was actually a cutout of the Buzz Lightyear logo, of the Star Command logo. And all they did was put green icing on it. It was a flat cake about that thick, and tasted a bit weird. Like it should be tasty, but it wasn't quite tasty because it was too thin to be tasty. It was green, and they just put 2 icing eyes on it and a red icing smile. Apparently that was a Yoda cake. And it looked demonic. Censored. But yeah, it looked so scary, that Yoda cake. Sorry, I'm really distracted by Chris. Dad builds. Hi. I'm so glad you're here. But yeah, they didn't think the Yoda cake through. That's Miriam. He's searching because there's another 4 tennis balls that he's hidden down there. So I'm not going to go and get those 4 out. He's got one. He can deal with that. But yeah, the Yoda cake was so... They realised the reception it was getting, and they ended up taking the face off of it. So it was just a green sort of thing. No, enough. It was just a green thing. And by the time I got there, that's what I had. I just had, my Yoda cake had no face, and the bag that they gave it to me in had a slit in the end. It had a slit. So it just sort of fell through the wrap. I carried it, and I went to get my place for March of the First Order over near Rock and Roller Coaster when that area was open. Rock and Roller Coaster, which is of course now becoming the Iron Man roller coaster, because it's part of Avengers Campus. So Aussie. So I went to get my place, and I took my Wookie cookie out of its wrapper to get a picture of it in front of, I think it was the Han Solo stand. And I got that. And the march starts. The march is coming along. I'm thinking, right, I'm going to film the march. I'll take a picture of my Yoda cake after the march. I'll just hold on to it until then. Literally, just as the march was coming along, I moved and I didn't realise there's a slit in the end of the bag, and my Yoda cake fell to the floor, and Captain Phasma stood on my Yoda cake. So that was €5 wasted, and I wasn't going to go and waste another €5 on it because, like, it was pretty inedible anyway. But there you go. Another difference between Disney World snacks, like I mentioned, we had an Olaf Cupcake and a Lightsaber Cupcake. Now, Disney World cupcakes are famed for being huge, and they are cut out in the middle. The buttercream is in the middle as well, and they are huge. You have to cut them up. And like me and Jay, when we went in 2019, we had a night in. No, we had a night in, and we bought 4 cupcakes, and we barely ate any of them. And we didn't realise until we landed back in the UK that we'd left them all in the fridge in the hotel room. Whoops. So he'll find what he's looking for eventually. But the Disneyland Paris cupcakes are a lot smaller. They're just normal sort of cupcake size, so about that big. And it just had like a, I don't know whether Olaf was a meringue or whether he was icing or what, I don't know, but it wasn't necessarily Olaf. It was just 2 sort of white blobs. You could tell it was Olaf looking at it. That was the thing, you could tell it was Olaf because they did make the face look like Olaf, so he did look like Olaf at least. And the Lightsaber Cupcake was actually only available if you went to a buffet restaurant as part of the dessert, and it was very small. It was like a mini cupcake, and it had, he's got what he was looking for. There you go. It was very small, and it had white buttercream on the top with a red lightsaber and a blue lightsaber, but like I said, it was very small. And the same, they have a Cruella de Vil cupcake in the buffets as well, and again, it's very small, half black buttercream, half white buttercream. Like I said, you have a Phantom Manor cake pop. There was another attraction that had a cake pop, and I can't remember which one it was. There was a Phantom Manor cake pop, and it was the castle cake pop. That was it. So we literally had a castle cake. So yeah, there was those. Big cupcakes do equal better cupcakes. They really do. And yes, Ozzy is very bald. I'm showing off how bald you are. Are you going to smile for the camera? Don't just look at me. Say hello. He's not impressed. Not impressed, are you? You hid all last night. Oh, thank you. Yeah, he hid under the cover all last night. Literally was cuddled up to me all night, didn't move. He hates being groomed. He hates everything about it. And he hides for a good day afterwards. He's literally only just come out about half an hour ago. So we've got cake pops. Our caramel apples at Disneyland Paris are not Mickey shaped. They do not have marshmallows making Mickey Mouse's ears. They are not covered in sugar because, of course, again, there's a sugar levy in Europe. The EU whacked a sugar levy on for the same reason that you cannot get free refills. You cannot have all this sugar put all over your caramel apple because it's already got covered in sugar. They're just plain red. They're made to look like the Evil Queen's poison apple, which I think is classic. It works. Why not? And when I went in November a little while ago, I actually bought 4 of them. Admittedly, it was an accidental buy. like, I asked for a Phantom Manor cake pop and 2 caramel apples. The guy gave me 4 caramel apples and a castle cake pop. Because he was being distracted by the other cart that was over to his left, and he wasn't really paying any attention to what I asked for. And I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to go with it. I've still got a cake pop. It's still a cake that is shaped like something and covered in chocolate on a stick, and I've got 4 caramel apples. I'm just going to go with it. And I did bring them home. So, you know, I love in our in the confectionery, I love the counter in there, and you can get Minnie Mouse shaped marshmallows and the different fudge collection in there. Of course, we have our Rice Krispie treats. We do have Rice Krispie treats, not to the extent that you guys have them in Orlando. They're somewhat smaller, but they are there. We have the lollipops, again, not to the extent that you guys have them in Orlando. A lot of stuff in Europe will be done on the sugar-free side. If it can be done on the sugar-free side, it will be done on the sugar-free side. They are very anti-sugar in Europe, which is like, but yeah, I've noticed that if they can do it sugar-free, they will do it sugar-free. So yeah, you get the sugar-free, the sugar-free Mickey lollipops. Chris, was it you that had one on the 80s? Tina's 80s stream, the Mickey lolly. Yeah, we sell those. They do sell those. So we have the lollipop selection. We have Goofy's Candy Company. We don't have a shop for Goofy's Candy Company, but we do have the sweets. We do have the candies. So you can get your gummies, you can get your sour treats, you can get all sorts. I don't recall seeing the bags of pretzels, like, you get the Chippendales bags of pretzels, and I don't recall seeing those at Disneyland Paris. One of my favorite treats to buy at Disneyland Paris are the marshmallows, and those ones you do get covered in sugar. Like, they're the teardrop marshmallow, I don't know what you call them, but they're the big round marshmallows with all the sugar over them, and it's €5 a pop, and they do them in blue raspberry, I think the blue one is, I'm not entirely sure. So it's blue raspberry, banana, strawberry. There's 2 types of strawberry ones. It's Mickey, Minnie, Donald and Daisy. Minnie's strawberry ones are pink, Mickey's strawberry ones are red. Daisy is the yellow, I believe, which is banana, and Donald is the blue, which I believe is blue raspberry. And I adore the blue and yellow ones, and I come home, like, every time I go there, I come home with like a bag full of them. Like, literally, that would be my spare suitcase. If I was to take a spare suitcase with me, it would just be full of those marshmallows. I absolutely adore those. Other snacks and treats. We have the chicken bites, don't we? Adventureland, and the croque monsieur. We have that, which is just a ham and cheese toasty, really. Like I've said, French fries. I kid you not. Hi, Tim. Yeah. Bigger cupcakes equal better cupcakes. We need Disney to bring over their cast members from Orlando to show how it's done. We really do. we have, yeah, we just need better snacks in general at Disneyland Paris. Like I mentioned, the Wookie cookie and the Yoda cake, which were awful. It didn't get much better for Marvel season in 2019. It we had like a dry Groot cookie. Again, it was a bit like the Wookie cookie. Looked like it had been made by a 5-year-old with a cookie cutter and overcooked by about half an hour. We had cassette tape, Peter Quill's cassette tape, that was I don't even know how to. Apparently, it was a sponge cake that was covered in chocolate ganache. It was just a cake covered in chocolate, like the cake pops. So yeah, they need to up their snack game. We do have a fair few Ben and Jerry stands dotted around. But there's not. We don't have turkey legs. We don't have the turkey legs. Orlando do have the turkey legs, and I remember when I was a kid and the turkey leg was just amazing. That was the most amazing thing I'd ever had, was a turkey leg, and the fact that it was being sold as a snack was just like, I loved the turkey leg. Trying to think what other snacks we have at Disneyland Paris. Like the crepes. The crepes are by far my favourite snack. That's another snack we had at the Star Wars one, was like a cookie about that big, and it was Han Solo when he was frozen in the thing, and it was the carbonite or whatever he was frozen in was chocolate, and it was again, it was not tasty. The Dio snack, the Dio macaron that we had. What have you just done? Are you trying to pull the felt off of it? Well, that's an indestructible one, I'm afraid. The Dio macaron was the best. French fries, when you get French fries at Disneyland Paris, when you literally, it's a huge portion. No, it's not what it used to be, Miriam. It's not. I mean, I still like that you can get that stuff in there, like the Minnie Mouse and the Mickey Mouse shaped marshmallows and various other bits and pieces, but it's not. When you see a Disney World bakery and then you see the Disneyland Paris bakery, it's like, where did we go wrong? Like what happened? Like, France in Epcot, the food is amazing, and then you go to actual France and it's like, what happened? How have we gotten into a situation where the snacks in the actual Disneyland in France are worse, a lot worse, than just the representation of it at Epcot? One thing I do like though about that stand that's in the Disney Village, that is not actually run by Disney, but it is in the Disney Village, I really like their Mickey macarons, and they're available all year round. So I think that's something that should be sold in the parks, because I think they would sell really well. The Lion King festival, the Jungle Festival, their snacks are really cute. I've not been personally for the Lion King and the Jungle Festival because I couldn't get off work, because that goes on when our main tour goes on. So and I have no idea if that's even coming back now. But yeah, the Simba paw I think was so cute. Yeah, I just think the Simba paw was so cute. Like, we had like Jodie, was the Simba paw like a cake? Because I never got to try it. I gather it was a cake. But our snack game is just really not not what you'd imagine. Like, I know, like, when I was over there, like, when I mentioned about, when I was talking about Star Wars and stuff over there, and I mentioned Star Tours and how, when they had just announced that they were going to be doing a Rise of Skywalker Star Tours, and then before Rise of Skywalker had even come out, they were showing it at Disneyland Paris, and I'd seen it, and the person I was sitting next to was an American. Even they said they were expecting more on the snack front, and I was like, yeah, don't expect much on the snack front, not here. It's not the place for snacks. They don't know how to do it. Casey's seem to know how to do snacks, mainly because all of their food is snacks. They don't actually have like a set meal. Like Casey's in America, everything's like a set meal. So like you have sorry, I've just got to charge my phone in the power bank. Like Casey's in America, you have the everything is like set meals. So you have like the hot dog will come with fries and a drink, or the corn dog nuggets will come with fries and drink. They don't do that in Casey's in France. Like they don't do corn dog nuggets for a start. There's no corn dogs at Disneyland Paris. But you have to buy the hot dog separately to the fries, and you have to buy the drink separately to the hot dog and the fries. And you don't have the toppings bar that Casey's has in America. Also Fuente del Oro being like the Mexican. So basically you could call it the equivalent of Picos Bill. Only it's not. It's nowhere near that caliber. Like when it comes to food, I think where Disneyland Paris excels is like above and beyond Disney World is the buffets and the table service. That's where they excel. Anything below that, and it's questionable. I have to leave you here in Bell. Oh, okay, Miriam. Love to you, and thank you for joining. And I hope you get a good night's sleep, ready for work. Thank you for coming, and I'll see you next time. So yeah, Disneyland Paris, brilliant on the more expensive food side of things, not so much on the less expensive food side of things. Like snacks, we are just not there. We have the waffles are so nice, but again, they are hi. Again, this like the waffles, they're nice, but they're not on the level of Disney World. Like Disney World, you get Mickey waffles everywhere. Like at Disneyland Paris, you get them in a very few places. They're just a breakfast item, or they're a snack item. But yeah, the snack items, like if you're getting a waffle as a snack item, it's very rare. Like it's dotted around. Considering the Cheshire cat tail is actually a French pastry, they don't sell it at Disneyland Paris, and we have like this massive Alice in Wonderland maze. We have an Alice in Wonderland labyrinth, and we don't sell the Cheshire cat tails. And they're actually, in general, chocolate twists are one of my favourite snacks. And for Disneyland Paris to not sell it, I think they're really missing a trick there. So unfortunately, our snack game is just not where it should be at all. So I'm trying to think of other snacks that we've had. He's heard a dog barking. Here. Calm. 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 Oh no, oh no. Oh no, oh no. Oh no. Okay, no. No. Calm. Calm. Good boy. Good calm. No, we calm. 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 Oh, because there can't possibly be another dog barking out there, can there? Thank you. He's traumatized at the moment because he's actually a long-haired dog. He's a cross between a Shih Tzu and, well, his mum was a Shih Tzu and his dad was a cross between a bearded collie and a Shetland sheepdog. So usually he's really, really hairy, and he literally had all his fur shaved off yesterday. So he's traumatized and everything's setting him off. Yeah, getting back to food. What other things do I think Disneyland Paris could do to improve on the food? Like I said, the Star Wars stuff, we were really picking up on the Star Wars stuff in early 2020. We had Dio, which was amazing. We had eclairs, we had all sorts, and it just got stopped because of COVID. And frozen treats, I'm trying to think what we had. I know we had the vegan chili, and that was actually really, really nice. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that was really nice. And when I went in January and it was beyond freezing, like literally beyond freezing, like the vegan chili was just what you needed to warm up. They sold, that was it. We had, and this was apparently one of the snacks for the Frozen Festival, was a fish soup. I'm not entirely sure how well that sold, because I know I didn't buy it. I was like, nah, I'm not going there. Princess versus Pirates Festival, we didn't actually have, I don't recall there being specific snacks for that. Do you have an absolute favourite treat at Disney? Oh, at Disney World, my favourite treat is the Mickey pretzel. Mickey pretzel, and I can't have cheese. I can't have cheese, so I can't dip it in cheese, but I just love the Mickey pretzel. Not just for the way it tastes, but for nostalgic reasons, because when I was 16 in 2002 and we went to see Fantasmic one night, and this, I kid you not, Chris, this storm was just insane. It was getting worse and worse by the minute, and the poor girl that was walking around selling pretzels, she's holding up this pretzel and it's pouring down, and I mean, I can't even begin to describe how much it was raining. Her pretzel had just gone floppy and was falling apart, and so that was a really good memory for me. Was she started shouting, rather than shouting Mickey pretzel, she was saying soggy pretzel. Oh, thanks, Chris. Yeah, they are my favorite thing at Disney World is the Mickey pretzel. Like I said, I don't have it with cheese because I can't have cheese, so I just have it on its own as it is, and I absolutely adore it. But what is my favorite DLP snack? Oh boy, the crepes. The crepes, crepe with Nutella is absolutely amazing there. If I remember rightly, it was about €5.50, I believe it was, and because it's a kiosk, you can't use your annual pass discount. But it's worth it. It's worth every penny, and it was so nice. You can get it with Nutella or without Nutella. Why would you get it without? I'm just going to put that out there. Why would you get it without? The Stormtrooper waffle I quite like, but it's nowhere near as good as the crepes. The crepes are just amazing. And I remember Crispy S'mores. I think if I remember rightly, they dressed as one of the crepes once for Halloween. I'll have to go back and check that, but I'm pretty sure they actually dressed as a crepe once. But yeah, the Disneyland Paris crepes are really nice. Like I've said, Tim, if you go back over it, you'll know that from what I've said that Disneyland Paris's snacks are not up to anywhere near Disney World's standards. Another one of my favourites of Disneyland Paris's snacks, but for all the wrong reasons, was the Wookie cookie and the Yoda cake. The Wookie cookie looked like it didn't even look anything like Chewbacca. It looked like a 5-year-old or a 3-year-old rather had tried to draw Chewbacca and then had tried to decorate Chewbacca, and that it just tasted, it was inedible. It was completely inedible. But yeah, that was that was, and like I said, yeah, the Yoda cake was a sight to behold. And Captain Phasma squished mine, so says it all really. It was just not good. It really was not good. But like I said, for 2020, for the Star Wars and Frozen seasons, Disneyland Paris really upped their snack game. They really upped their snack game. The Dio macaron was amazing, and the eclairs were amazing, and the vegan chili was amazing. The chocolate mug cake, not so much amazing, but still very tasty. The Chewbacca coffee was amazing. Like, again, when you're there in January and you're stood outside all day waiting for the Star Wars shows, as I did, I stood there all day because I wanted to capture them in both French and English, and I wanted to capture them at certain points. So, because what I'll try and do is I'll try and get every single show of the day, and then I'll try and edit it so that I've got it from multiple angles. Unfortunately for me, when I was filming the French version of March of the First Order, because I was walking backwards filming the March coming towards me, I actually fell over when somebody got in my way behind me. I knew I had a clear way behind me, and a little kid decided to run out, and I fell. So I had to cut the video short on that little bit. So what I did is I just cut back to the big screen, and then again I had to cut the entire show short because I got pushed so far forward that the stormtroopers actually knocked my phone out of my hand when they came past the main show stage, and so unfortunately I was not able to capture the French March of the First Order in the way I'd like. But I did manage it with the English version. But yeah, so what I'll try and do is, so I stand around and I will watch, like, and I'll do it next time we have like a Marvel season. I'll be stood there all day to catch every single show and edit it from every angle. And in January, which is when they had their Star Wars season, it's so cold. So the Chewbacca coffee that they had, it was very nice. It was so nice, and it had hints of caramel and just really, and chocolate, and just really, it didn't just taste warm, it felt warm. It felt like a hug in a cup. And I would have said a hug in a mug, but it wasn't in a mug, it was in a paper cup, just like the mug cake was in a paper cup. So yeah, it felt like a hug in a cup, and it was that warm. And then when that wore off, I went and got myself a giant cone of fries. They called them Galactic Fries, and they said they were a snack that was particular for the Star Wars celebration. It's not. It's just that basically what they did was put them in a Star Wars wrapper. not going to complain. It was okay. As okay as French fries get. Another favourite of mine is, I've mentioned it before, is the marshmallows, the pot of marshmallows, and the candy apple, caramel apple, that's made to look like the poison apple, the evil queen. Shush. We as far as other snacks go, there's really not much more. Like I said, you can go into Fuente del Oro, order some churros, and you'll get like a little bag about that big, and it has like 5 or 6 them mini churros, and they're the sort of curled over variety. And although they're mini and you don't get like a dip for them or anything, they are still just as gorgeous and just as nice, and I would highly suggest getting them. And I've also, like I've mentioned before, Tim, I've got I do love that in the Disney Village there is a little snacks stand, and it's not an official Disney snack stand, it's an outside company that come and have a plot on Disney Village, and they sell Mickey shaped macarons. And that's something I think Disneyland Paris as a whole should invest in. In fact, the Mickey macarons are about as big as this ornament. That's about their size. And that's also about the size that, if you were to do this around, that's about the size that the Dio macaron was. So it's rather big. The Dio macaron as well had the top had like a chocolate print of Dio on it, which is why it was a Dio macaron. Yeah. The thing is, people get macaron and macaroons mixed up. Macaroons are a coconut-based snack. Coconut-based, like cookie, cake, biscuit, whatever you want to call it. And macarons are, as we know them, but people get them mixed up. But yeah, that is actually the difference between them. A macaroon is actually a coconut-based sort of cakey, cookie, biscuity thing. Where a macaron is what we picture it to be, with the sort of like the sort of cakey bit with the cream in the middle. Yeah, I know you did, Tim. I just thought I'd put it out there that that's actually the difference, because not many people know the difference. I've seen so many people on vlogs that go, "What's the difference?" So, but that's the difference. I'm trying to think of any other snacks that we've got. I've mentioned the popcorns. We don't have the extravagant popcorn buckets. We do have the old style popcorn buckets. We do have the Cinderella carriage popcorn bucket. I've seen the Oogie Boogie popcorn bucket there. Yeah, see, people just don't know the difference. The only reason I even knew the difference is because my mum absolutely adores macaroons. Where I don't like macaroons, but I love macarons. So, and a macaron is also the president of France. I wonder if he's named after them. So, Mr. Rob Fuzz, thank you again for everything you've done for me, Rob. I will never forget it, and I just, you are amazing. Thank you so much. I'm trying to think of any other snacks that are worth mentioning. Like I said, we don't have the big churros that you guys get over there. We don't have the turkey legs. We don't have loads and loads and loads of sugar-based things because of the sugar levy. I'm not entirely sure if you can get free water at Disneyland Paris, actually. I've never tried it. I've never actually gone in to see if you can get water. I know that when it gets hot, they often bring water around. They'll have like people roving the park with water. But but I've never actually, I don't think they hand out free water at Disneyland Paris. I don't think what else. I've mentioned croque monsieur, which is basically a ham and cheese toasty. They're not as big on snacks at Disneyland Paris as they are in Orlando. It's just not something that's there. Like we have the bake shop, the cable car bake shop, but there's not really much of a bakery to it. There's Mickey shaped marshmallows, and they're quite flat marshmallows. The cookies, I can't remember if they're Mickey shaped or if they're just generic round cookies. But yeah, overall, Disneyland Paris snacks are on nowhere near as high a level as Disney World and Disneyland. Definitely nowhere near Tokyo's level. Tokyo are just on a whole other level when it comes to snacks. Let's not even go there because that's just insane. But yeah, our snacks are just not, they're not there. Our snacks need a lot of work, and they, like I said, they were starting to really improve on their snacks, with the exception of the fish soup from the Frozen Festival. Like, I can't condone that at all. Why would you want fish soup? Like of all the flavoured soups you can have, why fish soup? I don't understand fish soup. So that about sums this up, because I can't think of any other notable snacks really. Like Christmas. Do we have any specific Christmas snacks? No, we really don't. Like the next week I'm gonna do the quick service food at Disneyland Paris, and straight away, as soon as I start talking, you'll see the difference between the snacks and the quick service. Like, the snacks is on this level, quick service is already up at this level. It's so much better. It's just amazing. And the fact that you get a dessert that comes with your quick service meal, and we have specially themed quick service meals, is just, yeah, I can't wait to do quick service. I have a favorite quick service meal at Disneyland Paris that's not seasonal, but some of the seasonal stuff, especially at the Lucky Nugget, is amazing. Let's have a read of some of the comments. Rob is a cool guy. Rob is just, he is the best. Absolutely the best. And he's done so much for me, and he's amazing. He's the king of retro, and he is just so amazing. Everyone talking. What would that be? Are you on about my favorite quick service, Tim? Because I'm going to go over that next week. I will drop in my favorite quick service at the Lucky Nugget is the Halloween menu. Next week, what I will do is the thumbnail will be my favorite item from the quick service Halloween menu. So that I don't want to spoil it now, because it's for next week's vlog. So the thumbnail, if you look out, the thumbnail for next week's vlog will be a photo of my favorite quick service food item. It is a dessert item that comes with the meal. You can order it separately, but it comes with the meal at Lucky Nugget, and it's amazing. And I'm gonna, Tim, I want to go into it, or I'm gonna go into it now. It's Ursula themed, and that's as much as I'm gonna say. This is an Ursula themed dessert, and it's by far my favorite dessert. And this is where, like I said, next week when we get to the quick service, this is where Disneyland Paris starts to come into its own with the food. The snacks, they don't touch on anything, but from the quick service upwards, especially the buffets, yeah, they wipe the floor with Orlando. So yeah, the only thing with any of the food at Disneyland Paris that is, I cannot stress this enough, you do not get refills on your drink. There is a sugar levy. They do not do refills. Refills are not allowed on fizzy or sugary drinks. They're not allowed. If you have a self-filling station for your drink, you have a barcode, a QR code, which is on your cup, and you scan that QR code before the machine will even work. And if you have already scanned that barcode, the machine will know and it will not fill your cup. And even then, it will only fill your cup to the amount that is allowed, that the government have said is allowed to go into that cup. And that is not a France thing, that is an EU thing as a whole. So yeah, that's just the way it is. There's still a sugar levy in this country. We're not in the EU anymore. There's still a sugar levy in this country. Anything like sugary drinks, like Pepsi Max, I practically live that. That's my caffeine fix, is Pepsi Max. And it's I am Tim in ninja mode. Chris. But yeah, Pepsi Max here. Like, you can get a 2-litre bottle of Pepsi Max for £1, but a 2-litre bottle of Pepsi will set you back a good £2 or so. It's ridiculous. Like, the price difference is insane. And don't even get me started on Coca-Cola. I have seen people being ID'd for Coca-Cola because of the amount of caffeine and sugar that's in it. You have to be over 18 to be able to buy drinks that have got more than a certain amount of caffeine and sugar in. Just another one of the crazy laws that the EU brought in. And even though we're no longer in the EU, those laws still exist. I hope they don't exist for too much longer. Your secret is safe with us, Tim. Oh, Chris, I'm getting you mixed up now. Chris is working because I'm getting you mixed up. But yeah, like next week I'm going to go over quick service. Look out for the thumbnail. It will be my favorite ever dessert at any Disney park, anywhere on the face of the planet. I can't think. What did I have? No, I can't think of a better dessert that I've ever had at a Disney park. So it's my favorite dessert, and they do this all the time, with their quick service. Pretty much everything comes with a dessert, and if you get the special menu, you get a special dessert. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here, and next week, like I said, will be part 2 of my 4-part Disneyland Paris food series. So next week will be quick service, and there's a lot of quick service to get through. So I'm not sure if we'll get through all of the quick service, to be honest, because there's a lot of it. Anyway, thank you so much for coming. I've really enjoyed having you here. Chris and Tim, you have been absolutely amazing and you've kept me giggling. Rob, thank you so much for coming in, and thank you so much for everything you do for me. And Jodie, thank you for popping in, and the same for Miriam. Thank you so much for being here every week. I really love you guys so much, and I shall see you next week. Bye bye.